How's everyone doing tonight? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Let's give it up for your bartender, ladies and gentlemen. Just doing a really hard night. This is my favorite night every time I do comedy is when my name gets announced because I have a problem where my name is cooler and sexier than I am. Yeah. It's like, please welcome to the stage, Jack Connor, and everyone in the audience is like, that sounds like a man who has a license to kill. And then they see me and they're like, well, that's a man who owns an anime body pillow. But fret not, my anime body pillow. I bought her secondhand off eBay, so she's a rescue. But who rescued who is really how it goes. Like, do you think my parents would have wasted a name as cool as Jack Connor on a man who the number one problem strangers have with me is trying to figure out where my neck beard ends and my chest hair begins? I also like to do other neck beard activities. I collect comic books. For example, my favorite superhero is Batman. Any Batman fans in the crowd? Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. Batman's been getting a tough rap these days, you know. I'll be like, hey, did you see that new Batman movie? And they're like, all Batman is a billionaire who never went to therapy. He uses all of his problems to gentrify neighborhoods and violate due process. So I'm like, yeah, good thing he's not real, or else that would be a problem, wouldn't it? Do you think other works of fiction are real? Do you like watch Game of Thrones and see Jon Snow on the wall and just be like, yo, Canada going crazy right now? That's crazy. We gotta do something about that. I was with my parents recently for the 4th of July weekend. When I went to go see them, they were telling me some stories about how they didn't know mercury was poisonous, so they would play with mercury all the time and crack open thermometers and play with it. Perhaps some people in the audience, you know, remember doing that. Maybe think about what will happen when I am in my 60s. What are we gonna find out that's poisonous? You know, it's probably gonna be something stupid, like my grandkid's gonna be like, Grandpa Jack, you drank Mountain Dew? Quite a bit, actually. That's what I did. So let me get this straight. You poured something in a glass, noticed it was neon yellow, and decided this is something that belongs in my body. I just have to use the same excuse, you know. I'll just be like, oh, well, science has come a long way. You know, the commercials are going to be different. You know, you see the commercials now, and it's just like, if you worked on a naval ship in 1943 during World War II and exposed to asbestos and now have mesothelioma, you may be entitled to a cash compensation. When I'm 65, the commercials are going to be, if you worked at a Target in the year 2022 and to power through your 3 p.m. shift, you drank a beverage flavored rainbow unicorn, you may be entitled to a new stomach. And then my same grandkid's going to be like, are you serious? You drink Bane Energy as well? And how else do you wash down a Tide Pod? I don't know what to tell you. Man, astrology is big these days. Anybody into astrology? Whoa, we got a couple there. Hey, you know, I don't really subscribe to astrology personally. I don't think the response to organized religion should be Mesopotamian space racism. But you know, it is what it is. But you know, like men, we have the same thing with astrology, right? Like we can't be too mad. We have the same thing. It's just called sports teams. You know what I mean? Like it's the same level of made up. You know, every time the Blues make the playoffs and they start imploding, my mom has to call me up and be like, hey, you gotta be nice to your father when you come home this weekend. Why? What's going on? Bennington's in retrograde. It's being really hard. All right, guys, I think that's my time for tonight. We're gonna bring up your next comic. He's a very funny man. You see him around at open mics. It's Brad Williford.